Hello. In this video, I want to talk about something that is really very, very important, and that is regret. Um, I think fear drives a lot of us. We are more motivated by uh, avoiding pain and fear rather than by getting pleasure uh, and gains. A lot of people just aren't very motivational. So regret is a big fear that I have, So I want to talk about that. It's a pretty cool topic. Before I get started, down below there's a link. If you click on it in the description, uh, basically there's training on the most important parts of internet marketing, affiliate marketing. And what is that? Well, it's converting. Yes, because traffic doesn't mean dilly boo boo without conversions. Um, so I'm in the middle of reading this book, which is it's pretty interesting, but it's also pretty depressing, so it's tough to read. But it's all about regret and the top 5 regrets of people that are dying. And the author picked up work caring for the elderly who were about to die, and she documented not just their name, she didn't see their names, but just kind of what they were saying towards the end that they wanted to do, but they ran out of time. They're like, well, shit, and they can't do it. And I thought it was just very fascinating because it puts so many things in perspective. And all of us, what we do, and I'm guilty of this too, is we make little shit into big ass deals that don't mean nothing. And some of it's ego driven, some of it's drama, stuff like that. So I thought this book was a pretty interesting book for me to read to help myself out, really. So I just want to share what I learned, what it can help, possibly could hopefully help you maybe too. Now, one of the top regrets that people have of all time, the number one regret, is I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. It's really good, right? It seems that most part of our lives, we kind of work for someone else. We go to school, we have to work for the school teacher. We got to go to college, or, a lot of us do. We have to work for the professor. Then we have to work for a boss. And then we have kids, we someone have to work for them. I don't know. It seems like that, And then finally we retire at 65 and our energy spent. We're like, well, shit, man, what about me? So it's sort of depressing, but the truth is, I mean, nobody gives a shit about you. It's hurtful. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about me. My mom half cares about me because I have half her genes, but that's half. So nobody cares more about you than you. So you have to take care of yourself. I mean, it does. And living your life for other people, really, if you think about it, it's not healthy. Okay, it's not. I've been guilty of it as well, especially when you're in a relationship. I could see that, and that's probably one of the biggest regrets that I have in my life. Is I was with somebody, and this shit wasn't even working out, but I was still kind of loyal. And then I had other opportunities with girls. So I said no, no, but damn, I want to. And damn it. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting regret. So I don't have all the answers, but I thought that was really interesting. Not just in love, but also in business too, or that's one of the big reasons why I don't like a lot of jobs, man. I just don't. I like to kind of do my own thing. I don't like to be micromanaged. I like to have freedom. I like to throw creativity out there. And to me, that's a lot of fun. Okay. So that's important too, is enjoying what you do. And not being controlled. Nobody likes that. And that's why I think stress comes down when you're controlled. Uh, you don't have control, like when you're in traffic or, the internet doesn't work, stuff like that. Anyways, in the book, there's a story of a woman who was in a marriage and the guy was controlling, yeah, and she never got really to do what she wanted to do. And she said, why didn't I do what I wanted? Why did I let him rule me? That's one in the book. And why wasn't I strong enough? And, against staying in a marriage, regardless of anything, when she became honest on it, it was just too late. She ran out of time and she didn't have much time left. So that's the number one regret that people have. So it's not like anti-relationship or marriage, but you gotta be honest with yourselves, honest with your partner if you're in a relationship on what you want to do. And we don't know how much more time we have on this planet. We don't. So you gotta take care of yourself. Uh, Anyways, the second regret in the book is I wish I hadn't worked so hard. And now I'm a believer that you do have to focus Boom, because people don't focus nowadays. They're like boom, boom. They're all over the damn place. They don't get anywhere. So we do have to work hard. But I kind of learned this from this time. I have a video on like time work balance, which is I think is really good. You can check it out on my YouTube channel below. But you do have to focus the time at your work, and then but you can't let your social, your friend life, your love life or whatever go too much, because then you might come home and where's my girlfriend or wife? Boop, she's gone because you invested too much time in your work. So you have to be careful of that. And it's, that's like the age-old question, balancing all that stuff. And in the book, there's a story about a guy who worked and worked. He didn't even like his job. He didn't even need the money, but he loved the status of it. And his wife wanted to travel. And in a nutshell, he sacrificed the relationship for his work, and that he didn't even need. So his priorities were all fucked up. Okay? All right. So, yeah, you could probably have too much money, man. Get your priorities right in order, It's just a tool. Money is a tool. Okay? Don't let it use you. You use the tool. The author said a few other cool stuff I want to share with you, like the only way to experience love, accept people for who they are. Have no expectations of them. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. And when people get up there in age, when they're dying, everything comes down to birth, which is eat poop. When they die, eat poop. How are you eating? How are you pooping? I thought that was pretty interesting. How's your bowels? I was like, okay. The third regret, which is in the book, which I think is interesting, is I wish I would let myself be happier. Because, in a nutshell, you could have all the money in the world, you can have, everything, and you can still drive yourself crazy, on sadness or not let yourself be happy. So you don't have to be miserable if you don't want to be. And it happens to a lot of people in a lot of situations too. Like, I'll give you an example. I was in Cambodia. I got in a fight. And no matter what happens in a foreign country like Cambodia, if you're the foreigner, you lose. Boom. You're the enemy or something. And so they threw me in jail. No word of what the hell was going on or when I was going to get out. And all the people around me in my cell were just, sometimes they just go nuts and go, get me the fuck out of here, and blah, blah, blah. And a good reframe is looking at things differently, like, and this is what I wanted. And so I said, well, I prefer jail. I don't want to leave. I get free food. I got great friends. I'm chilling out here, and stuff like that. And you could reframe yourself to really enjoy be grateful for what you have and enjoy what you do have, rather than looking at things differently. So that's what you can do. Sometimes it's not easy, of course, but anyways. But yeah, let yourself be happy. The fourth regret is I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. And it's not easy sometimes to express your feelings, especially in relationships. Um, and I've had some relationships. Well, some of the best ones was when I really expressed my feelings. I became vulnerable, and it's a very courageous thing to do. It's not easy, and it's definitely one of the best things I've ever done. I really do. So if you don't do that, you're kind of missing out on life, man. And you should do that. Um, it's courage. We a lot of what we do is based on fear. Sometimes you have to let go of that fear, step out, and be courageous. And that's what expression feelings is. And the last regret is I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. It's kind of an interesting one too. But I think it comes down to forgiving. Sometimes we all have friends that screw you over and screw me over, and sometimes you just gotta forgive, let that shit go. But uh, I don't know. I've had some friends that do some really bad shit to me too, and I still forgive them. But I'm kind of careful. Like, shit, I don't want to be the sucker anymore, So sometimes, I don't know. This is a tough one. I don't know about. I agree with this one. I mean, because another good saying I learned from Tim Ferriss is, "You are who the 5 people you hang out with." So if you hang out with some fucked up people, get some new friends. Shit, I don't know about staying in touch with the people that are all fucked up and who are satanic or some shit. Just get rid of them. I don't know if I agree with this last one. What do you think? Am I wrong? Uh, but I'm all about forgiving. I'm not about dwelling and having anger because if you hold on to anger, it just eats you up. So I kind of like Gary V's attitude when it comes to people fucking him over. Like I just have zero expectations of people. That's his attitude. He's never let down. I'm like, okay, kind of interesting. But anyways, those are top 5 ones. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. Uh, yeah, and yeah, if you're interested in making some money online, it's always kind of good because you could be at a job and bad shit could happen, and they can tell you to go fly a kite and go and leave, get fired. Happened to me a couple times for no damn reason at all, I thought, and it could happen. We live in crazy times. So learning other ways of making money, always staying educated is always good. And when it comes to making any type of money online, the number one thing you really should learn is to convert. Because if you can't get money from people and make a sale, don't mean shit about anything else. And I know from experience because I've failed because I got a lot of traffic, I couldn't convert, and that's how you can kind of shorten things up, is learn from other people's failures. And that's why education's so good, especially on the shit that matters, okay? Because some of that stuff in school that we learn, it don't matter. Like calculus, unless you're an engineer, nobody uses that shit. So anyways, click that link below if you want to learn about internet marketing, the stuff that you really need to know. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. Hope you got some value out of it. And I do wish you the best. Take care and bye.